BD5 Pilot with you out at the Hillsboro hangar. It's a Thursday, middle of January. New president just got inaugurated the other day, and I'm here working more on that wiring harness. You remember I got the part that goes into the wing itself, the wing crossover that's in the middle of the fuselage. I got that kind of laid out, but I decided let's take and connect that into the rest of the entire harness. Let's assemble the harness and get that installed in the plane so I can actually hook up power, find out if the switches work, start programming the Garmin G3X. I can keep myself plenty busy with this and actually get the front of the aircraft all buttoned up and ready for the engine, the replacement engine when I get it that has the generator, and hopefully we'll have this thing running and taxiing and getting ready to test fly later in the year. It was cold this morning, so a nice freezing Portland, Oregon morning. When I got here, the insulated hangar had kept it up to a nice warm 46, I think. And with this wonderful kerosene heater, I've been able to bring it up to 58, just under 60. So yeah, I still might need my jacket. There's the wires we were working on for the wing. I've actually printed up a set of the heat shrink tubes that have the marking as to where these go. So instead of the color coding, I'm going to actually have something that is written on it where these go, so they're a little easier to track. And these are going to start getting pulled into this. I took that 5 foot by 2 foot, 2.5 foot, whatever the dimensions are on that bench, and used it to lay out the actual wiring harness and put some little areas that I can wind the wire around and then clip it, and they're all marked as to what their fitting that it goes to is, so I can keep my confusion down hopefully to a minimum. There's where the ground's going to be. I've got to mark the ground over on the other end, but we make this turn, we go up to the left switches, we come up to the GPS unit, the Garmin G5, the 10-inch Garmin G3X, and the air computer that's up there as well, the GSU-25. And all of that's laid out to where once I get done going through all of these schematics that say that there's supposed to be a wire at that plug, I can make sure everything's hooked up correctly. I've color coded things so I can kind of keep track which is a serial line, which is a CAN bus line, because the way they get handled is slightly different. And the other thing that's going to come before I lay this wiring harness out is wire up the switches themselves. So I've got this schematic made up for how the switches themselves get wired up so that they're going to have a dimmer for the internal lights on the switches themselves. And hopefully when I power things up, program that VPX, it all actually works the first time through. So there's what I've got set up. Probably the rest of this is going to get done this weekend because I've got to take Percy to the vet for his rabies shot. And you notice Percy wasn't here. I was a little too occupied with the busyness of this project to really keep an eye on him, and I figured he'd probably have eaten something off of the plane. And so as I get him a little better behaved, he'll be here a little more. BD5 Pilot is out for now. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll check in with you if I get more done.